Welcome back. I'm Danette James, and this is The Power of 8. Today it is just me, and we are going to talk about my life and some things people might want to know. So let's get to it. I am a divorced but newly engaged mom. My fiance and I have known each other since we were 11. His name is Wes, and we've been together for several years. No wedding date is planned, but we will one day get married. So I am a mom of 6. I have 5 girls and 1 boy. Their ages are 26 to 11. I did have my first child at 16 and my last one at 31. So I've had a very long journey of being a mom with a lot of kids. I'm also stepmom of 2 boys and Lala, or grandma, to 3 grandkids. I have a granddaughter and 2 grandsons. And they age range from 6 to 6 months. So it's always a fun time in our house and in our family because there's a lot of us. So I'm 42. I live in Maryland. I've lived here my entire life, basically in the same area, and it's just what I know. I haven't done anything else. Both my parents are still living. They got divorced when I was 4, so I've always had a pretty large blended immediate family. I have one set of grandparents that are still living that are close in the area, and then I have my stepmother's mom who is also still living, so it's kind of cool to have grandparents still alive. My oldest daughter, I would say, has like 8 sets of grandparents, which is really a lot. So you can tell I have like a super large extended blended family, which is fun for the most part, but there definitely can be some drama at times. So I grew up in a non-denominational Bible-believing church, so we went to church a lot when I was a kid. I made definitely a lot of friends, and the pastor who was my pastor growing up is still there, and he's still great. That's where the number 8 and new beginnings comes from like my biblical background, and that's like something that's really important to me. Thankfully, though, I did have my dad and my stepmom who were not actively involved in a Bible-believing church, and I got to see parts of the worldly side versus the church's side. So I did get a lot of both worlds, which was really great for me, I feel like. So I currently own a cleaning company. I work like in the Annapolis area, and we focus on like property management, houses that a lot of these people do, like Airbnbs and home away. So they're larger houses, and with the Naval Academy being in Maryland, there's definitely a ton of work. So that's what I currently do as my career, and I'm really busy and have a couple people who work for me, and it's something I like to do. Okay, moving on to my friends. I have a small group of great friends. A lot of them I've been friends with for a long time, 10 plus years. Most of my friends have 3 or more kids. I don't have many friends that just have 1 or 2 kids. So when we all get together, it's a lot. My cousin, who is my best friend, who was on one of our episodes, we have 11 kids combined. So it's definitely a lot when you get all of us together. So things I like just about me, like the things I like as a person. Christmas is definitely my favorite season, my favorite time of year. Everything about Christmas I love. If you ask anyone who knows me, they know that I love Christmas, and it drives them crazy. As a matter of fact, today is 10 months until Christmas to the day. And I will let them all know, and they will be like, okay, here she goes again. But Christmas is just awesome to me. So, but I don't really like winter. I actually hate winter. Summer is the best time of year for me. Everything about summer I love. The beach, the pool, being able to eat outside, just everything about summer. I love it. I like all things that are pink. I like all things glittery. I'm definitely like a girly type girl. I'm not a tomboy by any means. But I will go like camping and rough it for a couple of days, but not for an extended period of time. So, I'm not, I don't cook. I don't like to cook. Everybody knows that. It's not a secret. So that's something that I really, really dislike. I'm what I would call an even person. I have to have even numbers. It makes my life feel balanced. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I like. And I'm really big into like having everything organized and being on a schedule and a calendar. But I do like new challenges and new projects and things like that. So, I think I did talk a little bit about why the number 8 in the power of 8 is significant, and I'll just talk about it real briefly. My birthday is August, and it's the 26th, so 2 and 6 equal 8. Obviously, I'm a family of 8, and like growing up, I watched baseball all the time. It was like, it's just something that we did. So obviously, Cal Ripken and him being the number 8 is probably where that stems from the most. In like the early 2000s, I started to really watch NASCAR, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. his number is 8, and then he became the number 88. So that was, like, wow, there's another number 8. And then, ironically, Lamar Jackson from the Ravens is number 8 also. So that just like adds to it. So I think that's some about me. This channel is important to me because I feel like there are so many topics out there that people don't talk about, whether it's a normal person who's not on TV or a famous person. There's just hard topics that not a lot of people discuss, such as postpartum depression, as like the teen suicide rate, just all kinds of topics that no one really wants to discuss, and I think that they're important. Okay, so lastly, what is the point of the Power of 8? Why am I doing this? Like, what are my goals? And I think it's important to reach as many moms, women, even single dads out there that don't understand or have questions about the parenting process or just being a mom and a woman. And I want to talk about topics that are hard for all people to discuss, not just, a regular mom or a famous person or somebody that's a doctor. There's so many topics out there that people don't like to talk about. I got divorced at 38, and I really didn't know what life was going to bring me. So I basically started over and was in the middle of a small growing business and realized I really can do anything I put my mind to. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you're 16, you're 20, you're 30, or you're 50. You can always start over and you can always be great at it. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something, because that should just make you want to do it even more. With being a mom at 16, I've basically been a mom my whole life. My oldest daughter's 26. So I've been a mom longer than I haven't been a mom. So sometimes us moms need to like find out who we are and what we want to do, and that's really important for everybody, men included. So some of the topics I want to cover are postpartum. My daughter-in-law talked about it a little bit. I think the teen suicide rate is a big deal, as well as bullying. I think divorce is hard for people to talk about, and not only that, but like having a blended family and like co-parenting and things like that. I think it's definitely something that's really important. And one of the big things in my personal life is me going to therapy. I do see a therapist weekly. I did not want to do that for the longest time, and finally I chose to, and I would not change going to therapy for anything. It's something I needed in my life. So there's lots of topics I think that need to be covered, and we're going to do that with a whole bunch of different people, a variety of people, and this should be fun and very interesting to see what comes of it. My goal, again, is to just reach as many moms and women as possible. So I think that's plenty about me. There's lots more to come with some really great topics and some great people. And thanks. I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you for watching this episode of The Power of 8 with Danette James. Please like the episode, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell for a notification. Thanks and have a great day.